I got a new show for y'all.
Man, this is a train wreck for her.
Yeah, Anderson Cooper, I mean, he did a decent job. He didn't. It's like, I know what's going on with Anderson Cooper. It's like, this woman sucks so bad, I just got to do it.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a Democrat, I got to throw this woman in the bus because she is horrible.
Right. He's feeling like, wait a minute,
I'm a journalist.
you are horrible, and I'm ready to go to the polls and vote for you, but you haven't answered not one question yet.
Yeah, and he feels obligated to like press on things because she sucks that bad. You have to suck really bad if CNN is not giving you a pass.
Right.
Check this out.
Donald Trump, you criticized the wall more than 50 times. You called it stupid, useless, and a medieval vanity project. Is a border wall stupid?
Well, let's talk about Donald Trump and that border wall. So remember, Donald Trump said Mexico would pay for it? Come on, they didn't. How much of that wall did he build? I think the last number I saw is about 2%. And then when it came time for him to do a photo op, you know where he did it? In the part of the wall that President Obama built.
But you're agreeing to a bill that would earmark $650 million to continue building that wall.
I pledge that I am going to bring forward that bipartisan bill to further strengthen and secure our border. Yes, I am. And I'm going to work across the aisle to pass a comprehensive bill that deals with a broken immigration system. I think Jackson's question, part of it was to acknowledge that America has always had migration, but there needs to be a legal process for it. People have to earn it. And that's the point that I think is the most important point that can be made, which is we need a president who is grounded in common sense and practical outcomes. Like, let's just fix this thing. Let's just fix it. Why is there any ideological perspective on this? Let's just fix the problem.
To fix the problem, you're doing this compromise bill. It does call for $650 million that was earmarked under Trump to actually still go to build the wall.
I'm not afraid of good ideas where they occur.
So you don't think it's stupid anymore?
I think what he did and how he did it did not make much sense because he actually didn't do much of anything. I just talked about that wall, right? We just talked about it. He didn't actually do much of anything.
But you do want to build some wall.
I want to strengthen our border.
She does not want to build that wall.
Yeah.
And she's so condescending, and she's talking actually to an ally of hers. And she's rubbing him the wrong way. That bill that went up before Congress, nobody likes that bill.
Yeah, the majority of people did. It was a lot of money going to Ukraine. There's a lot of stuff in that bill that had nothing to do with border security, and that's why they crushed the bill. Not because Trump got on the phone and said, stop this, so I have a problem to run on. This has been a problem forever.
Right.
And that legislation was not going to fix the problem.
Yeah, it's going to make it worse. It's going to let millions of illegal immigrants into a country. And she keeps referencing that bill she wants to pass. Nobody likes that bill. The only people that likes that bill is illegal immigrants.
Yeah, but I can like feel it when I look at Anderson Cooper.
Yeah,
you can man, this dude's like, man, this woman really sucks.
Yeah, and you can tell he don't like her. Yeah. You can tell it.
It's almost like he feels sorry for her.
I wouldn't say all that. I think he's starting to turn his back on her. The silverback has had enough.
Yeah, but there's some her town hall last night. People asked her questions, and her responses. She does. Here, she sucks.
What weaknesses do you bring to the table, and how do you plan to overcome them while you're in office?
That's a great question, Joe. Well, I am certainly not perfect, so let's start there. And I think that perhaps a weakness, some would say, but I actually think it's the strength, is I really do value having a team of very smart people around me who bring to my decision-making process different perspectives. My team will tell you I am constantly saying, let's kick the tire on that. Let's kick the tires on it.
He asked you, what's a weakness?
Is there something you can point to in your life, political life?
He asked you, what is your weakness?
It's about kicking the tire. I'm going to kick the tire on this. Well, she didn't answer the question.
Yeah. I know the weaknesses of yours is that damn border. You supposed to be the border czar. How y'all put Afghanistan, inflation. There's a lot of weaknesses you could have pointed I'm going to do this different. We're going to become more energy independent, bring down gasoline and fuel costs, bring down the cost of shipping things. That would help a lot.
Yeah, you didn't even answer the question. That was horrible.
Yeah.
You're like actually pathetic.
And the way you just read that, you bad, and that comes off really bad.
Yeah, you're pathetic. You
know, I'm a moron, and I could give a better answer than you.
No, you ain't.
Yes, I am.
No, you ain't.
I got an IQ of 20.
Shut up, Kevin.
25 to be exact. And I'm more presidential than you.
Hey, next question.
Is there something you can point to in your life, political life, or in your life in the last 4 years that you think is a mistake that you have learned from?
I mean, I've made many mistakes, and they range from, if you've ever parented a child, you make lots of mistakes.
She's laughing again.
Okay, look here.
She brought that laugh back.
Yeah, hey, he asked you political mistakes you've made that you've learned from.
Yeah.
And your response is, because you can't come up, see, what her problem is, she can't point out what she's done wrong because it makes her look bad. Mm-hmm. There's no accountability with her. Right. So she tries to change the subject and make it about parenting. And we all made mistakes as parents. You don't have no kids. You don't have none biological kids, as far as I know. You have no kids.
Yeah.
And then you steer the question that way. And the reason why Anderson Cooper followed up with that question, because she didn't answer the question about weaknesses. Yeah. So he follows up with that, and that's her response, a laugh.
Yeah.
This woman is beyond pathetic.
Yeah. That laugh is like nervous. When she's nervous, she laughs.
It's a nervous laugh.
It's a nervous laugh.
It's called a nervous laugh when you laugh like that.
Yeah, the problem that any politician have, if you're not a genuine person, you're not going to come off well, especially when you're debating, especially when people ask you questions. If it doesn't come from your heart, you're just going to come off fake. And that's the problem she's having. She's fake.
Yeah.
She even lied about being black.
Hey, she's doing the worst among black voters than any candidate for the Democrat Party ever, and she's supposedly black. You're doing worse. You're doing worse than Joe Biden, and he's pale white,
and he's a vegetable. I think they should have kept Joe Biden. I think Joe Biden would have did better than you during this town hall.
I think that's a stretch there.
Huh?
That's a stretch.
No, man, I still got faith.
Did you
I still got faith in Joe.
No, the debate, he's like,
he's probably...
we killed Medicare.
You remember that part? Hey, Keith, he was sick and he was tired. That's why he said that.
Hey, we got more questions.
Joe Biden could be a better president than Kamala Harris.
Well, this is the thing, Kevin. Whether it's Joe Biden or Kamala, they're not running the country.
I know.
It's Obama.
It's deep state.
It's the elites.
You know who else is running the country? I can't say it out loud. They'll close my bank account. They'll shut down my YouTube channel. But y'all know what I'm talking about. The chosen one. God's people.
That's what they call it.
That's what they say. They're God's people.
Hey, come on.
In my role as vice president, I mean, I've probably worked very hard at making sure that I am well versed on issues, and I think that is very important. It's a mistake not to be well versed on an issue and feel compelled to answer a question.
Ashton Weiss is a student at Drexel University.
That was her answer to his question about political mistakes. That was her answer.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Absolute nada. All right, keep it going.
You think she might have some cognitive decline or something? Because how could you avoid every question you've been ever been asked?
You got to have strong mental abilities to do that, because she knows the correct answer for that question is going to sink her. So she's just lying about everything.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a disaster.
I'm starting to believe she is black.
question.
Jackson Weiss is a student at Drexel University from Flourtown, Pennsylvania, registered Republican, says he's leaning toward voting for you, but is yet to make a final decision. Jackson.
Thank you, Anderson.
Hey, Jackson.
Thank you for taking the time to be here, too, Vice
You
President
too.
Harris.
Thank you.
Regarding the rapid increase in the migrant population, how will you ensure that every immigrant is integrated into American society safely? What benefits and subsidies will you provide them with? And how long will these benefits and subsidies last for an individual? Most importantly, will the American citizens' taxes pay for these benefits and subsidies? And if so, how much money will be allocated?
Great question.
Well, thank you, Jackson. Let's start with this. America's immigration system is broken and it needs to be fixed.
Okay,
and it's been broken for a long time. And part of what we need to do is always prioritize what we need to do to strengthen our border. I will tell you, I'm the only person in this race among the two choices that voters have. I've personally prosecuted transnational criminal organizations in the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings. I have spent a significant part of my career making sure that our border is secure and that we do not allow criminals in and we don't allow that kind of trafficking to happen and come into our country. And as my opponent has proven himself, he would prefer to run on the problem instead of fix the problem. We have to have a secure border and we have a comprehensive pathway for citizenship. And that includes requiring people, hardworking people, to earn citizenship and do it in a comprehensive, humane, and orderly manner.
Let me ask you about that. I mean, you talk about the bill that Donald Trump quashed. That was in 2024. You talk about the bill he tried to get passed in 2021. That wasn't able to get passed. 2022, 2023, there were record border crossings. Your administration took hundreds of executive actions. It didn't stem the flow. Numbers kept going up. Finally, in 2024, just in June, 3 weeks before the first presidential debate with Joe Biden, you institute executive actions that had a dramatic impact, really shut down people crossing over. Why didn't your administration do that in 2022, 2023?
First of all, you're exactly right, Anderson. And as of today, we have cut the flow of immigration by over half. In fact, the numbers I saw most recently, illegal immigration
But if
is
it was
low.
that easy with that executive action, why not do it in 2022, 2023?
Because we were working with Congress and hoping that actually we could have a long-term fix to the problem instead of a short-term fix.
You couldn't have done one and both at the same time?
Well, here's the thing. We have to understand that ultimately this problem is going to be fixed through congressional action.
Anderson Cooper
That is a lie.
Yeah, Anderson Cooper know you're full of it.
Yeah.
And you didn't even answer his question. Pretty much his question was, what's the price tag
For each illegal.
for these illegals?
Yeah. How much you paying them for? For clothing, food, housing?
He wants to know the price tag because most taxpayers don't know what it's costing the American taxpayer.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is, but I'm thinking it's in the billions.
It has to be.
Easily.
Yeah. Because look what's going on in Ohio, that town, Springfield. They said the cost of housing, cost of everything is going dramatically up because all the immigrants have allotted all this money on these EBT cards. They're giving them cash, EBT, giving them money for houses, cars.
Yeah.
The people that live in Springfield, Ohio can't even afford the same things these immigrants are buying.
Yeah.
And that was the young man's question, and you didn't even answer.
Didn't even answer. But you look at what's going on in New York, Chicago. Like, they're in a deficit, billions of dollars. And the mayor of New York said this is going to destroy New York City if we don't get this under control. Because it's the price tag. People don't even realize the price tag of what these illegals are doing to the American taxpayer.
He spoke up, and look what they're doing to him.
Yeah. Yeah, the mayor of New York.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said, a Democrat mayor of New York City said this is going to, immigration is going to destroy New York City. I haven't even heard of Republicans say say those strong words about a city or. Well, yeah, they did. They could say it in a. It is destroying the country. I just didn't expect a Democrat mayor to say that
because he sounds like a Republican.
Yeah, that's why they went after him. But didn't answer his question. You're not answering anybody's questions. It's like when Anderson pushed back on you can do both at the same time.
Right.
You can do both at the same time. Yeah. It's not either this or this. You can do both. You can do many things. And all these executive actions Trump passed, you throw them out. And then the border crossings go through the roof. You set records. Inflation, you setting records. Everything you setting records for is like going in the wrong direction.
I would say this. Those people that came to that country illegally was intentional. The reason why she didn't do that executive order because she know she wanted to save that ace in the hole that in her back pocket. So when it got close to election time, we did the executive action. All the illegal border crossings have went down. See, we are fixing the border. And now she's trying to blame Republicans and Trump. Hey, this legislation didn't get passed because of Trump. No, nobody on either side liked that bill. That bill was horrible.
You know what's crazy? Like,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, she was making fun of Trump about the border wall, that he didn't build anything.
Yeah.
Who stopped that?
Democrats. It sounds like
y'all shut the government down because y'all couldn't come to agreement. Yeah. He wanted funding for the border walls. He wanted $5 billion or something like that. Y'all said, no, that's stupid.
Right.
That's why it wasn't built, not because he didn't want to. It's because y'all blocked it. But y'all making fun of him because he didn't accomplish what he set out to accomplish.
Yeah, it sounds like Anderson Cooper wants a border wall.
He probably does.
Yeah.
You talking about, we going to come over, it's going to be a bipartisan effort. Where was this bipartisan effort when Trump was in office, when he was pleading, want money for the border wall? And then Trump calls it a crisis. What did y'all say? There's no crisis at the border.
It's all political theater. They wanted those illegal immigrants in our country. And then right around election time, they want to actually do something to stop the flow so they can get reelected again. But that bill that they tried to pass for Congress, they knew it wasn't going to pass. Nobody wanted to sign that bill.
Yeah, but they want those people in those countries because they're going to make them citizens eventually. Yep. That's why they're here.
They're going to vote blue.
And guess who they're going to vote for? Because you give them handouts.
Yep.
It's over for you. You sucked last night. Anderson Cooper's had enough of you.
Hey, if the Republicans don't win the popular vote this time around, it's got to be something up with our elections.
No,
because why would Americans vote for something like that?
No, brain dead. That's why. There's a lot of brain dead people in this country. I mean, brain dead. I don't even know how they like functioning in society.